welcome back to another episode of Tea-nage Wasteland. Today we are doing the Bigelow Orange and Spice Herbal Tea, which honestly, this has been a long time favorite of mine since I was a little girl, so I'm very excited to review this for you guys, because it's always been one of my favorites. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up first and give it a sniff, tell you what it smells like, start steeping it, and then we'll look at the box and all the stuff it says. Since I'm on a time crunch before Once Upon a Time starts in like less than 15 minutes. So we're gonna get on with it. So even just one little sniff of the bag itself, and I'm like transported back to being like 4 or 5 years old in my Nana's kitchen having tea parties with her. This and the apple one were my absolute favorites to drink when I was little. I felt so freaking fancy having tea parties with the good china in the teacups and everything, which I was the only one of the grandkids allowed to use those, so just like, especially that young. She knew I wasn't gonna mess anything up, so I was trusted. But yeah, you can... There's a lot of the herbiness with it, but you do get the orange. But there's also the cinnamon. I feel like you can pick up on cloves. I'm not sure what else specifically, but I need to get this steeping so we can get this review on with it. And I just realized, oh, how sad that I used such a dark mug for this, so I can't even, like, really show you the color that the tea turns, because it won't show up in this cup. Dang it, I didn't think that through. Well, I can just tell you, this tea practically turns bright red. It's kind of like the watermelon zinger from Celestial Seasonings after you steep it. It's not quite as vibrant as that, but it's really, really bright. And I think that also was a thing that appealed to me about it when I was little, was just that it was so pretty. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like in between the orange and the rose hips is what brings out that color. Let's see, does it have hibiscus? It has hibiscus in it. Okay, that would explain it. That would totally explain it. And I think that's the other smell that I was like, I recognize it, but I can't put my finger on what it is. I bet you that's it. So, on the thing itself, well, let's see some more. Beautifully balanced blend of zesty citrus and luxurious spices. Caffeine-free. Steep for 4 minutes. Ingredients: rose hips, spices, hibiscus, orange peel, roasted chicory, natural orange flavors, and soy lecithin. That's so helpful. Spices. Alright, on to the box. Let's see. Is there anything up here? No, this is just the story of the Bigelow family, I think. Actually, this might be a different story. Because Mama moved the pony stable. In 1945, Ruth Bigelow was trying to establish a market for her new product, Constant Comment Tea. This was no easy task. One evening, Ruth was sharing her discouragement when her sister said, "Remember, Mama moved the pony stable." As a child, Ruth's family had a pony named Bottoms, who lived in a sturdy stable outside of the Bigelow's home. When her father announced one day that the family was moving to the other side of Providence, the children lamented that Bottoms would never be happy without his stable, though she knew it would be a great deal of work. Finally, Ruth's mother said, "The stable will come." The move commenced and they all paraded across Providence. It took 4 rented horses and 6 hired workmen to move the stable while Bottoms trotted behind them. Well-wishers, advice-givers, and hecklers followed. On the Bigelow's first night in a strange new house in Providence, Bottoms had his familiar stable. As Ruth relived these scenes, the significance of her sister's comment was clear. If she wanted to do something badly enough, she could. Whenever Ruth was feeling defeated, she would remind herself, "Mama moved the pony stable." This always gave her the courage and ingenuity to move on. Aww, that's cute. Okay, over here it might tell us more. We're proud of our recipe. Get into your own comfort zone with our perfect balance of juicy orange and zesty spices. One of our family's favorite blends, we find it soothing and delightful with a unique taste that is simply impossible to put into words. Once again, not very helpful. They're not even telling what's in it. Okay, fine. But I do agree with their description, though. Anything else on the back here? Not so much. But again, the barcodes are always shaped like the fruit that they're supposed to be. And this one's in orange, and it is adorable. Just saying. I love this brand so much. Okay, so, now that it is steeped, oh my goodness, that is just so good. It's another one of those kind of naturally sweet teas that you could add sugar to it, but why would you when it naturally tastes so good? But yeah, you get so much the herbiness along with the orange scent there. It's so nice. But yeah, now that it's been pointed out, you do get a good dose of hibiscus in the scent too. But in the taste is where you really get the orange. And you do get a little bit of bite from the hibiscus, but it's a much, much milder hibiscus than what you find in the zingers from Celestial Seasonings. It's nothing like that. It's just like a teeny little hint of it that's in there that just, it bites it like the little back of your tongue, but it is nothing like overwhelming like those are. It's just a little tiny bit that's in there. But it's mostly the orange that you taste. It's almost like a really watered down orange juice, but with spices, and it's warm, obviously. But I think it tastes really good, and I find it super comforting and soothing. It's one of those things where it's like, all I have to do is like have a mug of it, and I feel like everything is right in the world, even if just for a few minutes while I'm drinking it. May sound stupid, may sound naive, I don't care, but for me, it just puts me in a happy place, and for that, I love it. Part of it's nostalgia, I know darn well. I don't care. I think I would find this just as soothing even if it weren't for that. But God, it tastes good. But yeah, you can sweeten it. I feel like when I was super little, I initially did when I very first started drinking tea, but with this was one of the first ones I learned to drink without sweetening it. So for what that's worth to you, there you go. And I learned it really young, like within the first year or two of drinking it. I learned to drink it without needing it and liked it just fine, so. But yeah, if I were going to rate this one, I mean, because of nostalgia goggles, like my gut instinct wants to give it that 5. I'm like, if I take the nostalgia aspect away from it and try to look at it objectively, if this were like any other brand, what would I rate it? Like, just trying to put all the nice memories aside from it in how I'm rating it. I'm like, probably I would rate it a 4, in all honesty, if it weren't for the nostalgia. But I mean, for me personally, because of that, for me myself, I'd give it a 5. But for you guys who don't have that nostalgia with it, it's probably, in all reality, more like a 4. But it's still really, really good, and I do highly recommend it, especially if you like orange, if you like citrusy tastes in your tea. You're gonna like it. You won't even have to add like a twist of lemon or anything. It's already basically got it. I mean, it's orange, not lemon, but it tastes really good, and I think you'll enjoy it. So, if you've never tried this one, it's super easy to find. I suggest you try it. If you don't want to commit to a whole box, I believe the variety packs have this one in it. I mean, double check the box. I know that was actually how I usually found it when I was little, because I don't think my dad wanted to commit to like a whole box of any one flavor because he figured I'd burn out. So we would get like the variety packs, and I would like blow through this first and then be all pissed off that it was gone. But yeah. So as long as it's still the same flavors that are in it, I do believe that it's in there. So that's an easier way to test it out if you don't want to commit to a whole box of it. But anyway, yeah, I do still highly recommend it. So that is about it from me for this one. So as usual, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Have you tried this one? What do you guys think of it? Let me know down below, as well as anything else you feel like leaving me. Make sure you're following my social media accounts. They're all listed down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is in the description. So anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.